Dara sharara, do shararea, noi, noi.
Hi, my lovely YouTube friends! It is such a beautiful night out today. I am out in my grill hut celebrating spring equinox. And what better way to welcome spring and to say goodbye to winter than to do a little bit of dancing and playing the kraviglira. So, I hope you can see me, by the way, because the light here is a little bit bad. But, well, anyway, if you're new to this channel, I am Sylvia and I live here in a cabin in the woods of Norway with my 15-year-old son, who stays with me 2 weeks and then he goes 2 weeks to stay with his dad. We also have a Siberian Husky which turns 3 this May, and he loves the life up here just as much as we do. So I was thinking, while I'm doing a little bit of dancing and playing, I would show you guys how our first winter here in the cabin has been like. So I hope you all are doing great, and I'll see you in a bit. Before the snow came, I had to clean out the gutters because they were completely closed. And to be honest, I'm not a very big fan of heights. As long as it's not on a mountain, then I don't mind. But to climb on top of the roof and hang over the edge to clean the gutters, that's not really my cup of tea. But who else was gonna do it? So I had to suck it up and get up there. As you may remember if you saw my previous video, you may know that we had to change the roof because of the leakages we got shortly after we bought this place. And I'm so happy with the new roof. We are safe and sound before the winter sets in. During summer, we have a tube under the ground that leads water from the well and to a hose on the wall, and that makes bringing the water in a little bit easier. But as the days went by, the air got crisper and crisper, and the hose would soon freeze up, and we would have to disconnect it and start carrying water from the well again. Inside we have a tank that we fill up and a water pump, so we get water to our 2 sinks and the shower. Getting enough firewood for the winter was another thing that needed to be done. The owner of the forest behind us was kind enough to let us collect firewood there. Normally, you would prepare the firewood for the upcoming winter, the winter before, or early spring, to make sure that it's dry enough. But this winter we didn't have enough time to gather enough wood to last through the season, but we got a fair bit done. Being outdoors, cutting down trees, chopping them into pieces, and finally splitting them up, creating your own firewood, is really something special. For me, it's almost like meditating. It brings me peace to mind and a feeling of satisfaction and accomplishment. I get lost in the moment, the thoughts get silenced, and I'm just there, feeling amazing. And when winter arrives and you're sitting in front of the fireplace, watching the flames dancing in front of you, knowing that this wood have already kept you warm several times before its final destination, now that's a mesmerizing feeling. By Christmas time, we had hardly had any snow yet, only a really cold period, which had frozen up the lakes, making the perfect ice skating ice. So the day before Christmas, me and my son went out to get a Christmas tree. Far from picture perfect, almost didn't have any branches on one side, and wasn't really proportioned correct. But we agreed it was a perfect match for us. Just 2 simple souls enjoying our simple life in the woods. The week before Christmas Eve, I had been down with migraines and a heavy fiber flare, mostly stuck in bed, meaning the house was still a mess. When you're living with chronic illnesses, you're forced to learn to focus on what you need to get through the days, and cleaning is not on top of that list. So I prepared the food and then I went out to do what I needed to do.
Nej gud, så var det gået helt. Merry Christmas! Woohoo! I'm here now down by the waterfall and I need an ice bath today because I have been in bed for about 4 days with migraines and I feel a complete mess. So the house is a mess, everything is a mess at home now, but at least the food is on the oven cooking and I really need a little energy boost. So I'm gonna go take a dip. At least now it's not frozen anymore. It has been raining for a couple of days, so the ice here has melted. So it was more easy to come here than in the lakes, because in the lake I would have to cut the hole and everything. So today was perfect here.
Hurry now, should have been done by now. Seems we're running late. Let's put the food on the table fast as we're able. Guests are coming at 8. When we're caught in the Christmas rush, it's so easy to lose touch with the true meaning
Ikke det er med på filmen. Lyden også.
Just look up in the December night. There is one star shining bright. It shines on one and all. Shine on, Christmas star. Shine on. Simmer down, pass a big smile around. Now that everything is gone, the children hunker down to see what's hidden beneath the Christmas tree. Look but not touch their toes.
So, since the snow hadn't arrived yet, I still had time to finish making the bird feeder I had planned on making before the winter. Because it was a lot of renovation to do with painting and new flooring, I just hadn't have enough usable hours to get it done before. But it had been on my mind for a while, so it was really nice to finally get started. I used some leftover planks and some tree pieces, and just put something together without really having a plan.
I have found my reasons now to keep my burdens left behind. I did not know what it would bring. Now I'm capable of everything.
As the ground was frozen, I couldn't get any poles down, so I had to improvise and find another solution. I got 3 trees and put them together as a base, and it turned out perfectly. As I was working, I got some company of Lobo's sweetheart. She's a dog that lives down the hill, and she sometimes comes up here to play with Lobo.
Leaving for a brighter sky, where my soul is harmonized. Don't know why I couldn't see that I'm capable of everything. Capable of everything. Capable of everything.
So I finally finished the bird feeder, and I was really happy about how it turned out. Now all I had to do was wait and see if the birds would accept it.
Capable of everything.
And the cold period just lasted and lasted, and for weeks and weeks we had temperatures down to minus 28 degrees Celsius. The lack of snow made it possible to drive up to the cabin for a really long time this winter, and that felt like a real luxury. These frosty, snowless times did wonders for the quality of the ice on the lakes. It almost felt unreal. Me and Lobo spent as much time as we could on the frozen water. But the frost also made things more difficult at home. The shower drain kept freezing, and every time we wanted to shower, we had to defrost it first with boiling water.
So that was it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate every one of you. And I will see you soon in the next video. Lots of love to you all. Mwah.